because then you really can't appeal to authority. You have to look at the research yourself, which it's tough because a lot of people will never do that. They're relying on
for whatever reason.
To
some people they're not comfortable doing that because they don't know enough,
or they don't have time.
Or they don't know how to read a research study, how to how to break it down. What's good about it, what's bad about it. They want information from other individuals, and then wait a minute, this guy's been telling us about this science base, and he's that. Some people are afraid. They've called for the retraction of his PhD, which I think is extreme. But I mean, and then they also what came into question too was the university that issued that is being called into question too. Is how did this not only that, but the committee who reviewed the thesis, who signed off on it, that department, that school, they're all taking action because of that.
It's I was thinking, as you were saying, I was thinking, how do we remedy this? And actually, I think it might come down to just the stack of proof someone has. So, you look at yourself, you look at people like Dr. James Bishop, Dr. James Steele. These are scientists that I just really respect in our field. And obviously there are others too. But I guess we just have to look at how much high quality research have they been involved in? What's their background? And kind of use that as kind of probably a stronger indicator of reliable information, But you do, again, this individual you mentioned probably has many citations and probably has a lot of kind of phony proof, meaning if they're an influencer, if they're on social media, they probably have a lot of content, right? And a lot of content can build trust too, but it might not be
absolutely.
It might be a bit of a smoke screen, if that makes sense. So it is about. I think where I'm going with this is just having. Okay, so we're not saying you have to go and does the average person have to go and read all the literature? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I think the average person maybe needs to be get very more skilled at discerning good information from bad and being judicious about their sources. And that's going to become even more important in an age of AI, right? Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you make of that? What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the other, my take on this whole thing is that I think you got to look at, going back to what I mentioned before about the anecdotal evidence. It's anecdotal, but it's still evidence.